Adaeze's wedding in Enugu was the kind people would talk about for years. The music, the laughter, the celebration. Guests filled the compound of her mother's mansion, dancing and congratulating the new couple. Late into the night, Adaeze stepped away with her bridesmaids. They went upstairs to one of the guest rooms, so her friends could help her remove the heavy jewelry from her wedding dress. Everyone was laughing. Those heels had been punishing her feet for hours. "I don't know what I was thinking wearing these all night," she joked. Her bridesmaids were still fixing their makeup before they all went back downstairs to continue the party. But Adaeze told them she wanted to quickly stop by her room. She had a pair of comfortable shoes there. So she slipped quietly into the hallway. The music from the reception echoed faintly through the house. Then she heard something. A sound. At first, she assumed someone else had stepped away from the party, but the sound was coming from her mother's bedroom. Adaeze slowed down. Something didn't feel right. The door wasn't completely closed. Just slightly. Her heart began to beat faster. Slowly, she walked toward it. Step by step, she pushed the door open. And in that moment, the happiest day of her life shattered, because inside that room stood the two people she trusted more than anyone else in the world. Her husband and her own mother. And the scream that followed stopped the entire house.
As Adaeze stepped into the hallway, she heard a strange sound coming from her mother's bedroom. Adaeze pushed the door open and instantly froze. Inside the room were the two people she trusted the most in the world, her husband and her own mother. They were so lost in the moment, they didn't even notice her standing there. For a few seconds, Adaeze couldn't breathe. Her wedding dress suddenly felt heavy. Downstairs, the music was still playing. Guests were laughing, celebrating the newly married couple, completely unaware that the bride's heart had just shattered. Adaeze slowly stepped back, quietly, carefully. Then she closed the door. Neither of them even realized she had been there. She wiped the tears from her face and walked back to the room where her bridesmaids were waiting. When she entered, they were still laughing and fixing their makeup. "Did you find your shoes?" one of them asked. Adaeze forced a smile. "Yes," she said softly. "I found them." A few minutes later, they all went back downstairs to continue the party. And that's when Adaeze saw him, her husband, walking into the reception like nothing had happened. But this time, she noticed something she had never seen before. A faint lipstick stain on the collar of his outfit, and another mark on his neck. Adaeze stared at him, her chest burning. But when he finally looked at her, she smiled. The same beautiful smile everyone expected to see from a happy bride. Because at that moment, Adaeze made a decision, and what she planned to do next would turn that wedding into a night no one in Enugu would ever forget.